That's what they all said. They all said that. That's funny. Iowa. They're all shouting. It's not me that's saying it, fake news. You fake news people. No. No. They all said it, though. Who won the debate? Trump. You know what? The way I look at it, when fake news CNN, oops, there goes the camera off. Red light just went off. See, I can tell every one of them. I know them by heart. I know the operators. I know the cameramen. They're okay. They're all on our side, by the way. They're screamed at, get that camera off. I don't want to do that. Get that camera off. It's going to be your job. All right, I'm sorry, President Dick. But how about MSDNC? They're worse than CNN. And they're owned by people that really are bad. I think they're very bad for our country. The owners of Comcast, rotten company, bad for our country, very bad. They try, you know, they have all these PR things to try and keep their image nice and clean. What they do on television is so disgusting. I think in the old days you had to have licenses for this stuff, right? They can say whatever they want to say. Let's see what happens over the next period of time. Bunch of dishonest people. Comcast, terrible company, terrible people running that company. And you know what? I had Celebrity Apprentice. I had The Apprentice on for 14 seasons. 14 seasons. And they used to come to my office and they would kiss my ass. Please sign. Please sign. Please. Please sign. You know, it's an interesting story. They came and we signed. You know who signed me? Jeff Zucker. It's one of the only things he's done good in broadcasting. But I signed, and NBC, as you know, is owned by Comcast. But I signed, and they figured the show would be a total failure, so they only signed me for one season. You know, I was going to have it. It was going to go on. And then the show started at 10, went to 8, went to 7, went to 5. Went to 4, went to 2. It went to 1. I had the #1 show in all of television. #1. It was a phenomenal, and the final episode, remember that? Do you remember that? Do you remember the final? We had, I don't know, it was like one of the biggest shows of the year. It was a tremendous success there. But here I was. I signed with NBC. And they didn't even want to waste the ink on an option. Usually they have an option for, you know, just like, they didn't do it, you stupid people. So they paid me very little for the first season. I think $25,000 a show, which is, you know, considered like not good. That's okay, it was fun. I didn't know it was going to be successful, you know. Hey, just like this was successful. It's a reason. Because when I left, and Arnold Schwarzenegger, and I like Arnold said some very nice things the other day, so I'm not, but the show did not exactly succeed when I left. But I had it on, and they wanted me to sign for more, and I said, no, I'm going to run for president. But I'll never forget, I didn't know anything about this, right, the business, and I had an agent, wonderful guy from William Morris. And he said, sir, I don't want you to sign. No business show has ever done well on network television. I said, well, it's not business, it's entertainment, it's a lot of... Sir, I don't want you to sign. Sir, don't sign. I said, yeah, okay, but I have a problem. I shook the hand of somebody. I have to. And Mark Burnett was great, he was my guy. But we shook hands, so I have to. But I agreed, you know, I didn't know that no business type show had ever succeeded on a network television. So he said, I don't want you to sign, sir, break it. I said, I can't break it, can't break it. Anyway, so the show, I said, started at 10, went to 9, it was the #1 show all of a sudden. And the agent called me up. And he said, sir, I remember it was 6 in the morning, I was in bed. He said, sir, the show just went to #1. I'd love to see you because I think I'm entitled to more money. I said, you didn't want me to do the show. Well, not really. I mean, I was okay. He said, I'd really like more money. I said, Jim, I like you very much. Jim, you're fired. Get out. Anyway, I had 14 great seasons over about 11 years because it was so successful. They kept it. They would have run it. Remember when they did the 3 hours? The whole night was The Apprentice. They said, wait a minute. Gone with the Wind, to mention the movie the second time. Gone with the Wind is shorter. They had The Apprentice on for 3 hours. I said, even I can't. It's too long. You can't put it on for 3. You got to leave them a little bit like, I want to come back next week. But they had it on for 3 weeks. We did fantastically with it. Comcast did great. NBC did great. They wanted me to sign for another 3 years. I said, no, I'm going to run for president. And that was actually the time when I knew I was going to run, because, you know, they were paying a lot of money, and whether you're rich or not, it's still a lot of money. I don't care how rich you are, it's a lot. It's millions and millions of dollars. And I said, no, I'm going to run for president. And I did that. But from the day I ran, they went from being, you know, wonderful. They were nice. They were, you know, they were nice. I guess if I didn't do well with the show, they wouldn't have been nice because they weren't nice to other people that failed. You know, people that didn't have good ratings. That business is a very simple business. If you have good ratings, you can treat them like garbage. If you have bad ratings, you can say, sir, I really respect you so much. Get out of here. Get them out of my yard. They're very ruthless people. But Comcast is a rotten company. They forgot totally. And they are worse than CNN. I will tell you that right now. Comcast is worse than CNN. We should call it Comcast because that's their beautiful maiden name, Comcast. They're worse than CNN. I'll tell you something about CNN. Jake Tapper today, he put out, now I know you don't like him. I know. Who likes him? Who the hell can like him? I think his wife likes him, actually. I really believe she does. But let me just tell you, he put out a couple of social media posts today, because I never call it tweet, I call it social media, because it's much bigger than tweet. What we have, Dan Scavino, the great Dan Scavino, we have on 5 sites. We're #1 on Twitter, we're #1 on Facebook, in the whole world, So it's powerful. But Jake Tapper put out some things basically saying, I believe it, that's the way I read it, that the new Russian thing that started yesterday, that Putin wants to be sure that Trump wins. Give me a break. Give me a break. But Jake Tapper said, it ain't so. And if he did say that, because they were a little complex, you know, they can turn him around, or when Zucker sees him and said, why did you put that? I want that deleted, and I want you to do a different one. But he did say that, so I respect that, because it's another hoax story. But we're standing up for the defense of our Constitution, for our freedom, and democracy itself. You know that. Okay? That's what we're doing. I gotta get that. Hey, Bobby, see that guy? I love this shirt. Bobby, I don't know, he looks like a nice guy. Can you please walk him up, even if you have about 5? Come here. Come here. You gotta see this shirt. You gotta see this shirt. I love it. I'm gonna order me one that I can ride around. Come on up here. He looks safe. He doesn't look like he's gonna start a fist fight. He's a good fan, I guess. You gotta see this shirt. I love it. Is there any place that's more fun than a Trump rally, right? How many rallies have you been to? Huh? 80. He said 80 rallies. Come up here. Come on. Look at these 2 guys. These guys are serious. These are serious fans, right? Are you with him? Are you with him? Are you with him? You're with him? Come on, come up here. Man.
Hello again, sir. We met yesterday at your rally in Mason for the first time.
I've been to 2 rallies in 1 week, so I'm just getting started.
Joe, welcome.
And look at this guy. Come on.
God bless you. Thank you for saving America.
Thank you, fellas.
You saved us. You saved us. Thank you.
Thank you, President Trump, for saving America.
Thank you.
Democrats for saving America. God bless you.
I just said, how long have you two been together? I figured they'd say, you know, we're married. He met her at the rally in Colorado. Can you believe this? Do you believe it? Man, did he get lucky. They both got lucky, right? They both got lucky. Well, that's cool. No, I just see there's so much stuff out here. It's genius, actually. While the extreme left has been wasting America's time with vile hoaxes, we've been killing terrorists, creating jobs, raising wages, enacting fair trade deals, securing our border, lifting up citizens of every race, color, religion, and creed. As you heard, we added another 225,000 new jobs last month alone, way above anticipated schedule. And that makes 7 million new jobs since the election. The number was supposed to be under 2 million, and we added 7 million. And remember, if I give you wrong numbers, the fake news is going to have headlines. Trump gave you wrong. I mean, it's very tough. I've got to be very careful. Even if I give you wrong in the wrong way, they'll say it was wrong. I said, yeah, but it was wrong in the low way. No, that's no good either. Got to be exactly, very precise with these characters. The Democrats don't have to be, but we have to be. We've destroyed the ISIS territorial caliphate 100%. We killed the founder and leader of ISIS. Al-Baghdadi is dead. Al-Baghdadi is dead. 17 years they looked for him. 17 years. Al-Baghdadi, one of the first things I did when I came in, you know, he's the founder of ISIS. And when I came in 3 years ago, ISIS was all over the place. And I said, you got to knock it out. We knocked it out of Syria and Iraq and other places. We really knocked it 100%. Remember, I wanted to leave. I said, all right, we were at 96%, then 98, then 99%. I said, let some of these other countries do it, wouldn't you say, right? So what happened is I wanted to leave, and they said, no, we want 100%. So we wait and stayed.